Hello and welcome to another episode of Geared Toward Gear. My name is Sean and I'm so glad you're here. Today we're looking at an excellent AAA size flashlight that I'm really excited about. If you're a first time viewer, please do consider subscribing for future gear related content such as this. Today we're looking at the Folomov EDC C1 flashlight. I learned about this company just recently. I am part of a Facebook group related to flashlights, and somebody in the group works for this company. And they let us know that this light had been released and available for purchase just a few days ago, at least as of filming this, and I immediately went and bought one. It cost $35, it's made of solid brass, and I just love it. So it comes in this nice little tin, so it would be good for a gift item perhaps. And at that price point, I think it would make a great gift item. In the box, you also get a spare set of O-rings and the user manual. So here's the light. It is a very small AAA size light. Again, solid brass. You got the company name there, Folomov, and then on this side you're going to see the model name or model number, EDC C1, and this cool little kind of bumblebee logo. The pocket clip on this thing is phenomenal. Most AAA size lights that have pocket clips have just the most atrocious pocket clips. This is super solid. I mean, just very strong, very confident in this pocket clip. I've carried it for a couple days, and it's the best pocket clip I've seen on a AAA size light ever. I'll compare that to, for size comparison also, this is a Lumentop Tool AAA, and you can see the Folomov is probably about a half an inch, maybe more than a half an inch shorter in length. They're both AAA size lights. They both have a clicky tail switch, but it's quite a bit shorter. And you can see the pocket clip on the Lumentop here. It's very thin, kind of pot metal, and just not very sturdy. So this pocket clip is definitely doing it for me. Very good quality there. And just the quality in general, the weight of this thing, when you take it out of the box, you're going to be surprised at how heavy it is. And I mean that in a good way. It feels quality, it feels durable, and I really dig it. It carries bezel up, so with the orientation of the pocket clip, it's only one position, bezel up, and your clicky tail switch on the bottom side there. The battery that this runs on is a 10440 lithium-ion rechargeable battery. And the great thing is this comes with the light. So right out of the box, you're all set to go. You've got the light, you've got the battery, and this battery is USB rechargeable. So you literally plug the battery into a USB cable and charge it up. On the top of the light here, you see a little dot there, and that dot's going to light up red while this is charging and turn blue when it's fully charged, which for me took about 40 minutes from fully dead to fully charged. So excellent quality, excellent fit and finish, and I'm just really digging it. It's packed full of features, modes, settings, and there's just a lot going on here. For such a small light, they really packed a lot into this thing. And so I'm quickly going to go through the kind of modes and the brightness levels and things like that. Then we'll go outside and we'll kind of see what this thing can do out in the dark. Maybe we'll hit the garage, who knows. But it has 5 brightness levels. So it has a Moonlight mode, which is 0.5 lumens. It has a low mode of 8 lumens. Medium is 40 lumens, high is 150 lumens, and turbo is 335 lumens. So the light itself has 2 different mode sets. It has what they call the Illumination Mode, and it also has what they call the Tactical Mode. So it's going to come by default in the Illumination Mode. And the user interface for the Illumination Mode is to get to Moonlight, you're going to press and hold the tail switch, and that's going to get you your Moonlight. It's the only way to get to it. You have to get to it from the off position by pressing and holding. So there's your Moonlight. If you just do a single click, you're going to go into your normal mode set, which is going to cycle through automatically 3 brightness levels, low, medium, and high. So with each click of the button of the tail switch, you're going to go through a brightness setting, and it's going to go forward and reverse. So you're going to go low, medium, high, medium, low. And it's just going to keep cycling that way forever and ever. To turn it off, you're going to press and hold. to turn on, 1 click. To get to turbo, from any brightness level, do a double tap of the tail switch. And that's going to take you to turbo. From turbo, you've got a few other features. You've got an SOS, a strobe, and another kind of interesting feature. So the first one, again, from turbo, double tap to get to strobe. Double tap again to get to SOS. And double tap one more time to get to this kind of ramping beacon mode, which is kind of interesting. It moves pretty slowly, but I've never seen a mode quite like this on another light before. It's pretty interesting. So to get out of these special modes, just do 1 click of the tail cap, and we're back to our standard illumination mode of low, medium, high, medium, low. It does have memory, which is nice. So right now I'm on high. If I press and hold to turn this light off and click it back on, it's going to come right back onto high. So you can memorize your mode and have it come on whatever your preference might be. Now, to switch from the illumination mode to the tactical mode, the light has to be turned on, which it is currently. So let's put it down to low. To get to tactical mode, you're going to press 7 times quickly on the tail switch. So we're going to go, excuse me, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to get a few flashes, and we are now in tactical mode. And tactical mode simply means that you have one brightness setting, and that is turbo. It's 1 click on, 1 click off. So press it once to turn it off. Again, to turn on, only turbo, that's all you get. On and off, turbo. You do also get a momentary feature. So if you press and hold, if it's turned off, if you press and hold, you get momentary, which is kind of neat. Otherwise, it's just 1 click on, 1 click off. To get back to our illumination mode, again, it has to be turned on. 7 quick taps. You're going to get a few flashes, and now we're back to our standard illumination mode of low, medium, high, medium, low. And it does also have a lockout feature, which is nice. So if you don't want this to turn on in your pocket inadvertently, simply from the off position, press 4 times quickly on the tail cap. You're going to get 3 flashes, and you're now locked out. So it's not going to turn on. To unlock it, you're going to do the same thing, 4 quick presses. You're going to get 1 flash, and now you're unlocked, and you're back to your standard illumination mode. Long press to turn it off, and that's pretty much it. One other thing to note about this light is that it is a very warm temperature. So the tint, or the color, or the temperature of this light is 3000 K, or 3000 Kelvin. That is a very warm white, so it's bordering on more of a yellow color, as opposed to some other lights that have a very cool white temperature, up in like the 6000 K range. And when we go outside, I'll compare it to another light that has a very cool temperature next to this one, which has a very warm temperature, and show you the difference. The advantage to having a warm white temperature is that you get a very high color rendering index, or CRI. And that simply means that whenever you shine it on something, you're going to see the true color of whatever you're shining it on. If you have a very bright white light, a very cool white, high, 6000 Kelvin temperature, it tends to kind of wash out whatever you're shining it on. And so you don't really get the true color. And so for things like photography or medical diagnostics, a really high CRI and a really low Kelvin temperature, in this case 3000, is very advantageous. And I actually like it quite a bit. I think the warmer temperatures are a little easier on the eyes. And so we'll see what that looks like when we go outside. So stand by. I'll meet you in the backyard, and we'll see what this thing can do. All right, so we're outside here, and I just wanted to quickly show you the difference between a cool white and a warm white. So on the right-hand side, we have the Folomov EDC C1, which is 3000 Kelvin. On the left, we have a Lumentop Tool AA 2.0, which is 6500 Kelvin. So you can clearly see the difference. On the left-hand side, it's much whiter, almost bluish tint to it. And the Folomov is a much warmer, yellower color. So that's the difference between the color temperatures on a flashlight, and you can clearly see the difference there between the two. So I'm going to pause the video once more, and we'll do a couple beam shots, and that'll be it. All right, we are back in the backyard, and one thing I will say is that the color temperature is not really going to pick up on camera. It's appearing very white in color. To my eye, it's very much yellow, which is actually quite pleasing to the eye. So this is more just to show the overall brightness. So I'm going to go ahead and double tap this into turbo and show you just the general brightness of this light. All right, so there's our tree at probably 20 feet. There's a shed back in the back. And you can see it provides plenty of light. For a light this size at 335 lumens, it's plenty bright. Not as bright as others that we've seen on this channel, but certainly a serviceable level of brightness for everyday use and everyday carry. So that is the Folomov EDC C1. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.